Hey, enjoying the day? All right, I know we got some nice weather. We got some nice entertainment happening for you. Again, this is one of the Nihonmachi Street Fair pop-ups. So this is like our 5th day. We're gonna probably have 2 more popping up here. We got a treat for you. Again, those of you who are just coming, we have kalimba. If you are fans of Earth, Wind, and Fire, this is the band. This is the band that's gonna be coming up here. We'll be playing Earth, Wind, and Fire, give you a little reminiscence from the back of the day, for those of you who remember them. So we're gonna have a lot of entertainment. Again, this whole thing that's happening here today is because we're having everybody come out and support the businesses because they've been struggling during the pandemic. And so we want you to come out here and support not only the businesses and help them survive, but also support the community. So when we first started out here in Nihonmachi, it was actually close to 49 years ago. So, but because of the pandemic now, we're only celebrating the 48. So next year we got 2 more years before they hit the 50. But when we did this, I was about 13 years old when I first came out here with Nihonmachi. And we were out here closing off the streets, Buchanan Street and everything else. And we were working with all the communities from all over, not just Japantown, the whole Western Addition, the Fillmore, everywhere else that's coming around here, that's around this area here. So we all work together, and we've been working together ever since, right? Again, this whole thing that's happening with this anti-hate, and Asian hate and everything, you know, we want to bring it back home. That's why we're working to collaboration today, and we're having the Western Addition, the Fillmore community, and everybody out come out here and celebrate with us, and have everybody work together. And that's what's happening here and what we're doing here. So we do hope that you come out here all the time, every year, support this event every year. We're gonna do about 4 or 5 pop-ups every year, something like this. We'll get a little bit more into history later on. I want to pass it on to my brother here, Gregory Richardson.
Give Rich you a big hand. He's good for all of you and all of us. They call me AV. I'm a member of Jones United Methodist Church right down the street. We are inviting you to come to the service tomorrow at 10 o'clock, 1975 Post Street. But let's really get into the African American history and the Japanese community history. We have always been one together. When you start to look at the history of Japantown, when President in the 40s issued an order, and that order was to 1966 remove the Japanese community from their community. What that did was remove the Japanese community from the black community, which was a devastating to both communities. They ended up in concentration camps, taken away from their families, and the black community was just about to be redeveloped. So this is how the story goes. We'll give you a little more history as we go down. The Constitution of Declarations and the Bill of Rights, the black community and the Japanese community implemented that understanding amongst their cultures. That understanding came between art and culture and music and jazz. While the Japanese community was removed from this community, the black community played a big role in supporting the Japanese community businesses. In other words, have any of y'all ever had mochi? There was a mochi shop down the street here, right? That was a black church. It wasn't a mochi shop all the time. That was a church that the black community came in and worked through by helping served the community and its programs. Around the corner up the street where the concentration of buses that took the Japanese community to these concentration camps, right on Buchanan and Bush, if you go up there and take a look, follow the history, that became a supportive place for the black community, which was called Booker T. Washington. Booker T. Washington is located today on Park Presidio in Sutter. So here's the connection between the Japanese community and the black community. And so at some of these dojos where the black community went to learn, one of the names that comes to mind is Jim Larkin. Do you know Jim Larkin? All right, we'll be back for a little more history down the street. Thanks and enjoy.
Hey, thank you guys. Come out, enjoy. We got the Curtis family coming up. You're gonna love them. Enjoy, brothers. Enjoy, sisters.
Thank you, Drew Bob and Greg. Thank you for the encouraging words. Thank you, thank you.